It's the 25th of June, and this is your Solana Daily Debrief. We're going to go through pricing, stuff like that very shortly, but first, let's dive into the fact that Solana has just shipped Blinks, and this is probably the most bullish news since the announcement back in 2022, Firedancer. So, the super kind of client for validating. So Blinks basically allows you to directly embed on-chain transactions in Twitter, in Discord, via this dialect kind of API. So what we can do is we can go and do a donation, or we can go and buy things, and it actually connects up to your wallet. And you can share these Blinks. You can see here it's in Reddit. This is in Discord, Twitter, of course, everywhere. At present, if you have got like some sort of proof of work, you can go and jump onto Super Team Earn, and Dialect has like $1,000 for you to start building. And if you just go over Twitter right now, this is basically all I'm seeing on the timeline. Basically just Blinks. As of right now, you can use this on Backpack and Phantom. This is brand new technology. I am very bullish for it, but it is in beta. Soulflare is still working out some things, and they'll be shipping a solution soon. So remember, because it is in beta, you could find some sort of performance degradation or things like that. So just keep an open mind with it, but we'll cover it more in the future. Now to CoinGecko, having a quick look at prices. We were kind of expecting things to go down, but there's been a lot of green in the markets. Dog with hat, bang, bonk, bang, Memecoins doing well, and Solana is up a little bit as well, which is brilliant. Now, Quinton thinks we are close to the bottom with the Fear and Greed Index, now at 30. This is the lowest it's been in 18 months. The RSI at levels not seen since 25K, and he thinks it's a good moment to stack a little bit more. Mags, their view is daily RSI just entered the oversold zone for the fourth time since the 15.5K bottom. So we can see oversold, up, oversold, oversold, up. We'll have to see how it goes now. And remember, smart money in general, this is just a thesis I have, smart money tends to deploy capital in ways to, trick people as well. So we have to keep in mind of that. But basically when it's a plus EV bet. So when someone's gone ahead and just bought $961 million worth of Bitcoin, generally they know what they're doing, generally. This here is just a little bit of speculation, but Trump in talks to speak at Bitcoin convention in July. So regardless of whatever happens in politics in the US, I do think crypto in general is going to improve significantly and very rapidly in the US, which will help kind of push this cycle, especially 2026, really high, in my opinion. And once again, if you're getting a little bit scared by these prices, I understand. I don't like them either, but just keep in mind that this is where we are based on previous experiences. This is the next step. This will take, in my opinion, over 1 year. Ansem's view is if we have invalidation, so if things go down, then we were going to break down, of course, and it will go down quite a bit lower. However, if we're holding right now, and if we start to hold around 65 to 66K, then we will range higher at over 70K. This is the thing with trading. You can have a thesis, and then if the on-chain data and the trading technical analysis all changes, that changes as well, of course. Blunt thinks that we're going to see Bitcoin bounce and then bounce on up. Also, he says that alts have been front-running BTC price action for the last week, so I think it's a good sign. And in general, although Sol is down, in reality, it's actually up versus pretty much every major token out there. Now, I know what people want. They want decent airdrop alpha. I get it. They also want to know how to do different dApps. I get that as well. And then memes and narratives. So meme coins are hard, and I'm still working on the research because most will completely just miss the mark and then we'll lose money, which is crap. And artificial intelligence and deepen, that's not as hard. It's just still there's too many bets to try and make. But I do agree with Blunts. At present, these are basically where we need to put attention. And this is where I have my researchers putting attention. On to next bit of news, Jupiter. The time has come, introducing Jupiter Swap V3. So this is really, really cool because essentially you can go and jump into a new meme coin, a brand new meme coin within like, I think 30 seconds from being released. So all you need to do is just go to Jupe and then just plug in anything. It's going to protect you a lot better. You're still going to see issues with the fact that if we search for something like water, we still have a huge number of random water tokens. Jupiter doesn't want to gatekeep everything. So you still need to do a little bit of research to work out what is the correct actual token. But everything moves so fast and there'll be more and more shipping coming really, really quickly. One thing that I also want to do is Meteora LP parties. So this is using DLMM, which is good, but I think dynamic liquidity also makes quite a bit of sense. And the reason why I'm so focused on Meteora is because of the airdrop potential. Radium and Orca, if you can print money out of those, fantastic. But they've already done their token. There's no extra value that we can extract. Whereas Meteora hasn't done their value. They've got big brains there. They are essentially the Jupiter team. They've separated, but they learn from each other's decisions. They have their meetings and whatnot. The only issue with these LP, liquidity pool kind of parties is the fact that they're massive, like 3 hours long. So a little bit too crazy. But if you're doing this full time and if you had the bandwidth, I would get amongst these. I'm going to make time to actually attend these in the future. Now, next bit of news, Sanctum. So you need to go and set up your profile. I don't have all of the hard and fast answers here, but essentially if you have gone and self-referred different wallets, then you need to go and actually link them all. You have to link your Discord, you have to link your Twitter. Apparently they'll keep that information safe. So this is going to upset some people because you're basically doxing yourself, at least doxing yourself to the team. And if you did self-refer yourself, as an example, NFT Doctor went and self-referred himself with I think he has 10 wallets in the top 200, so a decent amount of SOL. And I'm pretty sure he self-referred himself. Then maybe you're going to lose those cupcakes. If the website's having difficulty because of overuse, then just give it a little bit of time. Do this within the next few days so you don't leave it to the last minute. Next bit of news, Gigabyte having an NFT public sale with Magic Eden this Thursday, June 27th. And I have no idea what the printing price is or the mint price is. But basically, this is part of the AI decentralized future. And I think it's worth actually getting amongst it if it's not too expensive. Pre-sale was up to around 0.75 SOL. So if it's 1 or 1.1 SOL, it might be worth it. It may even be worth it if it's a little bit more. When it comes to AI and Deepin, we're just planting seeds into different things. Some things will do really well and some things won't, and that's okay. As part of my meme coin strategy, I want to use a couple of different tools. I've been using one tool which I really like. However, it's an alpha and I can't share everything on videos yet, but I will be soon. And it's, all AI driven. Another thing that I'm checking out is BullX. And if you actually go and create content memes or stream, you can win SOL as well. So use something like this if you want to try and find a little bit of alpha with regards to meme coin plays. 20 winners will win 10 SOL each. 10 SOL right now, not too bad. And then Sloth has this thread on it. But basically with this tool in Discord, you can work out a little bit in terms of the tokenomics using AI and whatnot to see who's selling, who's buying, who holds the majority of the tokens, that sort of thing. So there's a few different tools that I want to use when it comes to these meme coin things to get in and get out, hopefully in a profitable way. Next bit of news, Zeta markets. So they got their ZEX, which is fueling the mission, and 30% of the total supply is allocated to fuel trading incentives. This to me seems to be the vampire attack on drift, and that's completely fine. Vampire attacks are welcome in the industry, in my opinion. If you can incentivize behavior, you will win. And although I do like drift, and I've spoken to the CEO, I've given lots of feedback, I don't like Zeta markets in terms of the UI and UX as much as drift, but I do like their approach on how they're actually doing things. I think it's much better in terms of communication and transparency. Basically, trading rewards, new referral program. If you are trading, you should probably be checking out Zeta markets. Next bit of news, Wormhole multi-chain for wrapped BTC is now live on Solana. And not only that, Solana's DeFi ecosystem, including Drift, Camino, and Orca, have already integrated this. So if you have some wrapped BTC, you can go and bridge it across, and then you've got a loan to value ratio of 60%. Previously, with whatever Bitcoin or synthetic Bitcoin was available, I think in Camino, it was really low, 10% or 20% or something really low. So with this, if you've got 100K of Bitcoin, you can borrow $60,000 worth of USDC if you want to. Quick bit of news regarding Solana Sensei. There have been a couple of comments below, which you're welcome to, of course, put your different thoughts. Some people aren't interested in NFTs, and I know NFTs right now, they're down badly, so why would you want to go and put funds into those? Personally, I do like this a lot. I will be minting, and I'm happy to mint. If you want to get amongst this, July 1st for public. Otherwise, if you have a whitelist, they have 3 different phases, starting from June 28th. Now, a little bit of meme coin news. So an early buyer of WIF bought a decent amount of WIF, again, 4 hours ago. The guy bought decent amount of width, and at a cost of only $21,000, currently holding this huge amount of width. Who are they? I have no idea. But why I'm pointing this out is I think width is really kind of connected in the Solana OG space. I'm unsure exactly how, but I think it's one of those tokens that will be manipulated quite well. Bonk is still my favorite, but a little bit of a position in width may do decently well. Personally, when I have it, I set limit orders with dupe. So if I'm going to be buying now, I'll go and set a limit order to sell some 3, 4, 5, and so on. We have some more news here in terms of Pepe. So Pepe coin on ETH, you can go and buy this in a centralized exchange. If you want to, you're welcome to do that. Or you can go and buy it actually on the Ethereum blockchain and spend a decent amount of money in gas. Or you can actually go right now and you can buy million Pepe on clone markets. So I think we may as well just do this very, very quickly with this wallet here. We'll do it live. Connect wallet, sell flare, connect, and no one referred me, but looks like I need to create a referral link. So please use my referral link. And I want to buy 1 million Pepe, but first I want to make sure that it's pretty much the same price as what I was expecting. There seems to be a decent amount of slippage there, like almost 4%, but that's not too bad. We'll go to CoinGecko, have a quick look here. Pepe, I do feel like Pepe is a new Shiba Inu this cycle. And if we bought 100 USD, we should have this amount, about 8.1 million. We have a little bit of slippage here, but I'm just going to go with it, and I'm okay with that. If you don't know what clone protocol is, essentially you're buying cloned assets from other blockchains, kind of like wrapped assets, I guess, but it's good because you don't have to leave Solana, bridge across, spend gas, add it to your wallet, all that sort of stuff. You just go and you just add it to your portfolio. You just have a little bit more in terms of slippage. Next bit of meme coin news, Watercoin. Is the Watercoin team selling water? Look on chain, notice that Dev transferred a decent amount of water to 11 new wallets that didn't participate in the pre-sale, and they went and sold and earned 2.35 million. However, of course, an early botter that jumped into water did very, very well. The guy created a new wallet 5 hours ago, withdrew funds from Bybit, spent 2.1 million to snipe 22.7% of the pooled water, and then he sold it all for $5 million. So pretty decent, almost $3 million profit. The next bit of proper and decent alpha. Fortunately, I have some connection to people that have been talking about this for a little bit of time. The alpha of the month. Join Cube Exchange. Use my referral link below, and they basically have a point system. I will make a dedicated video on this, but if there's one takeaway you want to do right now, it's join Cube Exchange. They're based in the US. Pretty much everyone can use them in the US, maybe some states that are blocked. I'm unsure on that. The UI and UX, I'll just show it to you. It's not like the prettiest thing ever or the most intuitive thing ever. And also when you sign up, you have to sign up with either a Google or an Apple account. You can't just go and put in a random email. And then once you actually sign up, it doesn't prompt you to go on KYC. So instead, you have to go to trade, which we can't see here. Yeah, we can. And then you would go over here and it would say verify with KYC. And you do this on your phone, and you hold up your phone and you do these ones, the normal KYC process. Now quickly, why do I think this will do well? I had a belief back at Breakpoint, and I was speaking to Topo about this, how I thought Bybit, Binance, they would do very, very well. And these newer exchanges that were trying to come along, like Backpack and I guess now Cube, wouldn't really attract many people, because why would you go and put trust in anyone outside of the big ones? But then I have had this realization that, this is definitely like an airdrop time. Even though the bigger airdrops kind of already happened, this is still airdrop time. So if you're part of this right now, they have a points program. Points programs pretty much always translate to tokens. They have that live, and they want to make this a success. The only way that you can make this sort of thing a success is by having a little bit of the dupe effect. So you need to go and reward the hell out of the community so that they are actually going to get something from it. Because with Binance and Bybit, the only people that do well out of that are the exchanges and the top traders. Having said that, I like those exchanges as well. But for now, I think Cube Exchange, I'm actually going to probably allocate like $2,000 that I'm happy to spend on just fees alone in order to do all the different points program kind of steps. And I am going to work actively on referring people, because I think this is very, very good in terms of being able to extract some value. 2, I think it has the potential to be a safer exchange. And 3, they need more people, so they're going to be far better at actually taking on feedback and making things better and better. Now, next, let's have a look at my new wallet. So this is the farmer. I funded this with a couple of grand of USDC. We can't see all the positions in here annoyingly because like step.finance doesn't cover everything. I went and bought some PopCat at the highs just because Blunt actually mentioned it. And while I went and bought some Pepper, you just saw, but it's not showing here. It's a cloned asset. I have some liquidity in Radium and some things aren't showing up. And if we have a look at the Sonar Watch as well, we can't see everything here either. But this will be my public address that you can go and track and see what I'm doing. Unfortunately, I need to work out what's going to actually show us all the positions. So as an example, if we go to Meteora, we connect the wallet and go to dynamic pools. I am also in Korg and Sol, and this is in the dynamic pool. Brother mentioned this, so I just jumped in. I have no idea if it's going to be decent. It was doing quite well, and now it's not doing quite well. And the UI is not updating, so that's not exactly brilliant. I'm still working out some sort of spreadsheet or some system so you can see everything I'm doing, because we can't see it all with Step Finance or Sonar.watch. One thing I just want to point out from Raoul Paul, because the guy is a macro genius, these are his opinions, and I'm going to follow them. No leverage. It's dangerous unless you know what you're doing. No FOMO. Sometimes it works if it's like a meme coin play, but you got to be careful. Top 3 to 5 assets as main bag. So that could be something like Sol, Dupe, a little bit of BTC, ETH, something like that. Self-custody, so a ledger or multi-sig with good wallet hygiene. If you don't know what that is, just go and Google it. And only trade a small degen bag. Now this is referring to 10% of your allocation you can degen things that you want to kind of degen in and out of. This is not relating to meme coins. With meme coins, you probably want to go even lower, like 4% or maybe even lower, unless you're actually really good at what you're doing. And then you hodl, you zoom out, you remove the noise, you expect 35% pullbacks frequently, and if so, you may buy the frickin' dip. Now, a couple of questions that were in comments. What is the best thing to farm right now? I'm pretty confident it's D-Bridge. They haven't announced any sort of snapshot, so all you need to do is just bridge back and forth between different wallets to try and get, in my opinion, 20 to 30,000 points. You will spend a little bit on fees, and I certainly hope the airdrop will be more than fees, but this is personally what I'm doing. And remember, if you want lower risk, then you can just take your USDC and you can put it into Lulo. It's good, it's great, but these are the returns you're actually going to get. So with your USDC, you may plant it in here, but you do need to make more DGM plays in order to try and do relatively well. There are many great things about Lulo, but one really good thing is we can see these rates every day. And when they come down to a more appropriate level like this, it does mean a lot of the leverage is out of the system. So if these are like 30%, we can pretty much always expect some sort of dump. I mentioned this months ago, and it's been really, really true. When it's 10% or less, it's far likely that we're going to start to see some sort of move up. Now, the final thing I want to cover is just a quick tip. So someone asked me with their Phantom wallet, which I'm not using, but same thing applies to Phantom. If we just go into the settings here, and if we go to security and privacy, manage apps, if we just remove any of these apps, remove app, confirm, or like drip, turn off auto connect as an example, Bonkmart, turn off auto connect. If we do that, is our wallet safe? As in, can the dApp not take funds out of the wallet? Of course, if you give their private key or secret phrase to someone, they can take the funds out. The answer is no. What you need to do is revoke any permissions. So the best thing you do is go to Famous Foxes, Famous Fox Federation, and then famousfoxes.com. Then go to Utility, and then we want to go to the Revoker, connect our wallet, and then if you see any approvals here, such as with USDC or something like that, you can then go and revoke them. There aren't many dApps that have them these days. The only ones I've got with this wallet just relate to the Heist, which I haven't followed in quite some time, but I still have some assets. If you don't revoke them, then there is a chance that basically that dApp can take all the USDC in your wallet in the future and now until you actually revoke their permission. And it doesn't just relate to USDC, it could be any token. Let's go through the actionables. Number 1, sign up for Cube Exchange, use my referral. This is the best alpha I can give you this month. Set up buy orders at app.phoenix.trade at lower prices. Or, of course, KYC and go and set up some buy orders on Cube. DCA Sol on dupe, stake it with validator.com. And although Sol's lifting up, that's of course, what we want to see, but check any loans using Sol as collateral in case we get another flush to the downside. And then Airdrop actionables. Create your Sanctum profile. You've gone to like the 1st of July, get amongst it now. D-Bridge, don't fade D-Bridge. Maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't, but that's what I think is hot right now. Start using Meteora's pools, like the dynamic pools, with a few dollars and generate some fees. If it's a brand new pool, you have to put in at least $600 of liquidity into that. Watch my Meteora LP tutorial that mostly covers DLMMs, or probably only DLMMs, and then look into the Gigabyte's public NFT sale. This will be in Discord in terms of the mint price, and maybe that's going to give you some sort of grass tokens in the future. I'm not overly bullish on it, just putting it on your radar. I'll probably skip it, to be honest. And then, of course, use grass. Now, I thought I was pretty clear with this, but someone asked me a question. So would I download the standalone app onto my computer with hot wallets for grass? The answer is no. I don't see it as a security risk, but I still would not do that because I'm overly security conscious and people should be as well. So if you have a different computer that doesn't have hot wallets, or maybe it has like minimal value in hot wallets, then you may want to do it with that. It's not a lack of trust. It's just you need to be very, very safe and very, very secure in life and just in general. Anyway, that's all for today. I'll get back to some tutorials and I'll catch you in the next video.